And there we go. Let's hopefully it's there. It's a very good morning on this Monday, the 3rd of August. And what a fluid movement of time, you know. Before you know it, it's Christmas again. And that's ridiculous, isn't it? In any case, it's the 3rd of August. Let that sink in. And I need to ask the missus to put that other cell phone because I hear it quite loud. Put the radio off a little bit. In any case, welcome to another video of the Federal Alliance of Southern Africa. And today we're going to discuss a foundation document. I'm also going to be sending this foundation document through to some of my peers so they can review it. But we've been working on these documents and we've been running through a whole lot of executive orders and putting things out there in the public space because of transparency. The whole idea is to be transparent in everything that we do. And we've got nothing to hide. So this is now the foundation document. This is an important document. And I'm going to read through it. And we need change, right? We need change. We see all these guys having these various meetings all over the place. YouTube videos and etc., etc. And we need change. And it's time for us to put our neck out in the public space. But there's still one meeting that I need to go to before I do that. And so we're going to start today, and we're going to look at some of the foundational principles of what we are hoping to achieve. Now, as some of you most probably have, we have this freaking swine flu or some kind of flu which they've been spraying over the peoples of South Africa and other nations. They definitely have. Good morning, Rudy. They definitely have, because we are all sicker than what we should be, right? I mean, my wife is now 3 weeks sick, coughing, and etc., etc. And it's just terrible. So there's many people with this type of flu again. And we know who did it, man. That's the reason why Forsie is now again fronting up in America, answering questions. If they don't hang that guy, we will. Nevertheless, I've said that. I've put it out there. You know, we need a red list, and I've got a red list of all these swines, these pigs, what they did to us and our people. They are murderers, and their father was a murderer from the beginning. However, we need change. And the only change that we see going forward, and we've had discussions with many Boer leaders and leaders of the United Cape States and leaders of the Peace Commission and so on. And they all realize that the only way forward is a federal alliance. Right? And we have prepared. So this is a constitutional blueprint for self-governance, cooperation, and national renewal. This is not one of those executive orders that we've been writing for each and every sector. Anton, good morning. This is not one of those things, right? This is the basics of the whole design. And some of it will change slightly, but I don't believe it will change a lot. But we'll see. Daar say. So we'll look at the preamble. Southern Africa stands at a defining moment in its history. That's a fact. Across our region, communities seek safety, justice, accountable government, and economic opportunity, functioning institutions, and a future in which their children can prosper. Right? Yet many citizens also believe that decision-making has become increasingly distant from the communities it is intended to serve. The Federal Alliance of Southern Africa is founded on the conviction that enduring peace and prosperity require institutions that are accountable, transparent, and rooted in the communities they govern. We therefore propose a constitutional framework that seeks to strengthen self-government while preserving cooperation between sovereign peoples. Our objective is neither fragmentation nor excessive centralization, but a balanced federation in which local authority is respected, constitutional safeguards are maintained, and common interests are pursued together. The Alliance recognizes the historical continuity of the nations and traditional institutions of Southern Africa while embracing constitutional government, the rule of law, and equal civic dignity. Our purpose is not merely to form another political organization. Our purpose is to build a constitutional framework capable of serving generations. I divided this section into a lot of chapters. Chapter 1, why constitutional renewal? We know our constitution has not worked for us. Dave, good morning. Our constitution is a mess. It has certain good points and certain bad points. Every constitution exists to answer one fundamental question. How should power be organized so that people may live in freedom, security, and peace? The Federal Alliance begins with the belief that many of the region's challenges are not solely questions of political leadership, but also questions of institutional design. Where authority becomes concentrated, accountability becomes more difficult. We can see the corruption, right, out of this current government. And that will continue if political parties are voted in, right? Where decision-making becomes increasingly distant from local communities, responsiveness often declines. Where communities possess little influence over matters affecting their daily lives, public confidence in government can diminish. The Federal Alliance therefore proposes that constitutional reform should begin with the principle that public authority should, wherever reasonably possible, be exercised at the level closest to the people affected by those decisions. Authority starts with you, right? Chapter 2, the principle of self-government. The Alliance is founded on one constitutional principle. Every people should possess the greatest practical authority over its own affairs while cooperating with neighboring states in matters of common interest. Self-government is therefore not understood as isolation, but as a responsible participation within a wider constitutional federation. Each constituent state retains its own identity, institutions, culture, and internal government while voluntarily participating in a common federal structure established for mutual benefit. Hou julle by. Jan, goeiemôre, good morning. Julle moet byhou. You have to keep up, right? These are big things we are talking about, yeah? This will affect your grandchildren and your grandchildren's grandchildren until the Christ comes, right? Chapter 3, the constitutional model. The Federal Alliance proposes a semi-federal constitutional alliance. This model combines three complementary levels of governance. 3 levels. Level 1, the citizen, you. Every institution ultimately exists to protect the dignity, liberty, property, and security of the individual citizen. Level 2, the sovereign state. Each constituent state governs its internal affairs. Every state governs itself, in plain Afrikaans and English. Elke stad vir homself, nee loftie. States exercise authority over matters such as local administration, education, healthcare, policing, subject to constitutional safeguards, infrastructure, cultural affairs, local economic development, and traditional governance according to constitutional arrangements. Where constituent states are historic monarchies, their traditional institutions continue according to their own lawful succession and constitutional customs. Each state also elects a state president and state vice president as responsible for the executive administration of that state. So if a state has a king, Willie, nou weet ek wie is die blou man, is Willie Barnard. Goeiemôre Willie. Each state also elects a state president and state vice president responsible for the executive administration of that state. Alright? Andrew, good morning. I changed one setting on Facebook, so you might come up. If you haven't come up for quite a while and you type something there, I should see it. Let's see if we do, right? Level 3, the Federal Alliance. The Federal Alliance exists not to replace sovereign states, but to preserve the Federation itself. Its purpose is limited to matters that require collective action between states, including constitutional protection, common security, interstate coordination, external relations, and the peaceful resolution of disputes. The federal authority exists to strengthen the alliance, not to centralize power. Chapter 4. The constitutional role of traditional monarchies. Southern Africa possesses one of the world's oldest continuously functioning systems of traditional leadership. Rather than replacing these institutions, the Federal Alliance recognizes their historical legitimacy within those constituent states where they continue to function. Traditional governance remains the responsibility of each constituent state. Met ander woorde, as daar 'n boererepubliek is, die manier hoe die boere hulle self regeer moet so bly. Alright? Staat, president, etc., etc. With the kings, it's the king, the paramount chiefs, the chiefs, etc. Right? The federal constitution neither creates nor abolishes traditional monarchies. It recognizes them as constitutional institutions within participating states according to each state's own constitutional arrangements. The alliance therefore becomes a federation of sovereign states rather than a unitary state governing every community identically. Chapter 5. Federal representation. The federal institutions exist to ensure cooperation rather than domination. The founding constitutional structure consists of the Council of 20, comprising the founding federal executive and founding constitutional office bearers responsible for establishing the institutions of the alliance. The Council of 40, which expands representation by adding one representative from every participating sovereign state. Where a constituent state is a monarchy, that representative serves as the constitutional voice of the monarch within the federal structure. The elected state president and state vice president participate in the executive and administrative functions of the federation as defined by the constitutional framework. This arrangement seeks to balance historical continuity, democratic accountability, and interstate cooperation. I'm explaining a whole lot of things here, but this is seriously important going forward. Because when the day comes that we flip the switch, now we are looking at two different roads in flipping the switch, right? The one road is the secession road, which still forms part of this, and the other road is the political voting road. So there's two ways of flipping the switch. If you have sufficient voters, you can flip the switch. If we have more than 50% voting capability behind us by next year, for example, we can call a referendum and get rid of this rubbish, right? It's just a thought that I'm putting out there. Chapter 6, expansion of the alliance. Yeah. This morning my eyes, Sarah, this morning my eyes are telling me lies. Let's put the bril terug. Let's have some coffee. You guys must go listen to these videos again and get the gist of what we are saying here. The expansion of the alliance. This is chapter 6. The Federal Alliance is designed to be open rather than exclusive. Other sovereign nations may voluntarily apply to join the alliance, provided they accept the constitutional principles of the alliance, establish constitutional institutions compatible with the federal framework, respect the sovereignty of all member states, commit to peaceful cooperation and mutual defense, uphold the constitutional rights guaranteed by the alliance. Admission does not extinguish sovereignty. Membership strengthens it through cooperation. You know what? Nowhere in the world does such a model exist. Nowhere. The 12 constitutional pillars, every chapter and every volume will derive from one of these pillars. Now here's the pillars, right? God and moral order, the constitution, the alliance, the sovereign state, the king, the citizen, the family, justice, stewardship of land and resources, security and peace, and economic stewardship, plus future generations. Future generations, Andrew, is also a pillar. Willie and Lofty, Jan, etc., Rudy. Right? These are all important pillars. The Federal Alliance design principles. The Constitution is supreme over every office and institution. The Alliance exists to coordinate, not dominate its member states. Every state retains its constitutional identity within the Alliance. The King safeguards the State President administers the government, the Federal President safeguards the Alliance. Justice is independent of political administration. Public office is a trust exercise for the benefit of the people. Land and natural resources are held in stewardship for the people. No institution may exercise powers beyond those granted by the Constitution. The alliance is a constitutional alliance of sovereign states, not a unitary nation state. The Constitution is supreme over every institution and office. The constitutional philosophy is explicitly Christian. Private faith remains a matter of personal conscience within the home and private life. Governance is conducted according to the constitutional philosophy rather than individual office holders' personal beliefs. Kings are the constitutional heads and safeguards of their respective states. State presidents and state vice presidents are democratically elected to administer government. In other words, Estelle, good morning. In other words, the king does not choose the state president. You got that? The king doesn't choose the state president. The people choose. The state holds a referendum. The people choose. The people have their own king, and they have their own princes and so on, etc. And then they all vote for who they want as the state president and as the vice president, the runner-up. No political party interference. None. Zero. Nada. The federal president safeguards the alliance and supervises the constitutional order rather than governing every state directly. The Council of 20 consists of the 10 founding federal members plus one representative appointed by each king from every constituent state. Disputes between a king and a state government are resolved through the federal alliance under the Constitution. Removal of elected governments is by constitutional referendum rather than by royal dismissal. A king can't get rid of a president. Land belongs to the people under common law principles. Governments administer but do not own it. Natural resources belong beneficially to the people with constitutional defined revenue sharing mechanisms to support the people, state institutions, and federal responsibilities. Taxation is determined through the Federal Council under constitutional authority. Peacekeeping is organized as a peacekeeping force with federal standards. Justice is intended to be independent of state administration through a people's tribunal system inspired by common law practices or principles. Alliance is the preferred foundational term rather than covenant, right? This is a covenant. This is an alliance, all right? Okay, so we've designed the following. the constitutional identity of the state, the powers and duties of the king, the powers and duties of the elected state government, the People's Tribunal system, the peacekeeping force, the relationship between the state and the Federal Alliance. Right, so that's the start. The start of this foundational document, okay? Now, we have our blueprint here with our 12 pillars. That's all here. Then we have our government architecture. That's also here. Now, this government architecture has led us to produce institution specifications. Like this one, for example, this is in institutional specification number 1. It's called the Constitutional Commission. All right? It's a working draft, of course. Let me just quickly go through this. This document forms part of the Master Constitutional Blueprint. It does not constitute constitutional law. Its purpose is to define the constitutional architecture of the sovereign state before articles are drafted into the federal constitution. The purpose: the sovereign state is the primary constitutional unit of the Federal Alliance. It exists to preserve the identity, self-government, cultural prosperity, security, and constitutional continuity of its people, while voluntarily participating in the Federal Alliance under the Federal Constitution. The sovereign state is not a province or an administrative district. It is a constitutional nation within the Alliance. And there's a whole lot of things to go through here. There's a whole lot of stuff. There's a whole lot of stuff. The idea of this thing, and this is institution number 1, right? The Constitutional Commission. Let me just go through a few others. Just naming them quickly. The Constitutional Guardian. That's number 2. Number 3 is the State President. You have to know everything concerning the State President. Number 4, the People's Tribunals. Number 5, the Federal Alliance itself. Right? The Federal Alliance is established by the Federal Constitution as the permanent constitutional institution through which sovereign states cooperate for their common defense, constitutional order, economic prosperity, and mutual protection. The Federal Alliance is not a national government. The Federal Alliance is the constitutional institution that preserves the alliance. Totally different than what people understand. Our purpose: the Federal Alliance exists to unite sovereign states without diminishing their constitutional identity. The alliance exists to preserve cooperation. The alliance exists to preserve domination. The alliance exists to ensure that no member state stands alone. The alliance therefore safeguards constitutional unity while protecting constitutional diversity. It's a lot of legal terms. There's a lot of legality in these documents, right? But this is to ensure that we don't get to a place where we have a corrupt governing system. This is to ensure that we have a place where our people feel protected, they are secure, they can get on with their lives, they can produce finances, they can produce wealth, they can take care of the generations to come, and we build a strong protective force and peacekeeping force. Peacekeeping on the ground for our citizens and the protective force for the nations. If we follow this model, thing is trying to reconnect. Just give me, the connection has been restored. You know, sometimes the thing just drops out. So we need a strong constitutional force. What I'm trying to say is that if we follow this model, and every citizen works together, every state works together within their state, we can build something that can last for generations. We can get away from the lies and the darkness. We can get away from it. And we can build something for our grandchildren. Right? So we have a few people on here Okay? Now, I don't know how this thing works. I want to ask you something. Is there anybody who wants to come up? Let's just check if I click on that. Okay. Is there anybody who wants to come up and say something concerning this? I will invite you on. If there's anybody, does anybody want to say something? Make a comment. Tell me you agree with this model. Do you think we have to try and go the political route? Because with the political route, we already have, through a little bit of engineering, we already have about approximately 23 million people, through the kings, backing the federal model. The people don't know that. But when the king spread the word, right, we can have nearly 50% already, which is far more voters than what was available for the last vote. And our next voting window, Johan het ek al vir jou goeiemôre gesê. The next voting window is in 2029. So what do you think? Somebody say something. Moet ek al die praatwerk doen? Wie is eerste? Who would like to come up and say something? I'll press this button here and I'll invite you on. Huh? Johan, Lofty, Jan, Andrew, you want to say something? Come on, guys. Say something while I drink coffee. What route? We know the concessional route, secession route will work, right? It will work. However, what is needed with a secession route is X amount of finances to get everybody and everything in place, right? The voting route. I think the last time I looked, you needed something like 600,000 people backing you and a far smaller amount to get onto the roll, right? So I'm just putting this out there. Wil jy sê hy stem saam? Right? Stem jy saam met die politiese route of die secessie route? Of stem jy net saam in die algemeen? See, we need to make decisions going forward. The federal board will make decisions. The United Cape States will make decisions. If we throw our weight, if the Peacekeeping Commission and the federal board and the United Cape States, if we throw our weight together, we can most probably by sometime next year force a referendum. That is a truth. But if we put our eggs into that basket, we have to go full on. Right? You guys will have to spread the word. And eventually when we release our things out there into the public space, we will start to get on national television and be more present, more open in the private sector and in the national sector, the national arena. So this is something that we've really got to think about, and perhaps this could be the way going forward. In any case, our paperwork is just about sorted. Some of these documents we'll still build on. Andrew says the concession or the secession route, actually. Sorry, my bad, Andrew. The secession route seems to be the correct way to go, in my opinion. The secession route, we have the locus standi. We have the catalyst to do that. What we don't have is the amount of finances we need, man. Even now, even though I've got those apps going, we still don't have sufficient funding to do what we need to do. We just can't. I can't move. I don't even have transport. You know, wherever I have to go, I need to Uber. So if you know somebody with a car that they can rent or whatever, it's fine. I'm not afraid to ask when it comes to these things. I'm not afraid to ask at all. Because the scripture tells me that our inheritance is in the saints. And people can help. Oh, Andrew, you said it's a typo from your side. Yeah, so it's the two roots, and we're going to discuss this intensely with the federal board and with the United Cape States. And I believe that once I've had my next meeting with the United Cape States, we'll come away with a clear answer in what route to go. Right? Rudy says, politiek kost nog meer geld. Yeah, unless we can somehow incentivize the kings to establish a royal trust, where each citizen gives 2 rand or something. I mean, if 20 million people give 2 rand, it's 40 million rand. You know? So it can't be that difficult. It's just getting these guys to do these kind of things. That's the main issue. The main issue. Getting them to move is like trying to push a Samuel 100 uphill, and it's only got 4 freaking wheels, and the one is flat, and there's no driver. So it's a difficult situation. But we have a meeting coming up. Dr. Stewart will just inform me exactly when. They'll most probably come through to Pretoria. And then we'll make decisions. Yeah, we're not joining anything. The intention is not to join any other nations or other countries. The intention is for them to join us in alliance. Right? We're not joining them. Okay? Let's take Namibia, for example. We're not joining Namibia. We get a nation like Namibia to join the alliance. And for them to join the alliance, they have to have their people also in states. And we'll help them with that. You have to have the Hereru, the Damara, the Oshivambu, the Kavangu. Right? They also have different tribes, the Nama, the Rebot Buster. Rudy, that's very true. That's very true. Right? That's very true. It's because people are hopeless, man. You know, people are hopeless and they are more for themselves. They want to protect that. Daai klein bietjie wat ek het, wil ek beskerm. Alright? But I can guarantee you that the people of Palestine, they also wanted to protect daai klein bietjie. En hulle het hulle gat gesien in plain Afrikaans. And if we don't understand that that the white people of South Africa, we are the white tribe. You know, we have Boere and we have Boer Afrikaners and Englishmen and Scotsmen and all these kind of guys. But we, as the minority, should understand that we are the white tribe of Africa. And we need to do things that protect us as a group. And if we don't stand together, we're going to fall. And I tell you what, we're not going to fall together because a lot of people are just going to run and duck. We've got too many hotheads in the Nguni tribes who are absolutely ignorant and unknowledgeable, right? And they want to enforce their will on the white tribe of South Africa. So we've got to understand that we need each other to do this, man. We need each other to do this. If you know, Many people do not understand this thing. If you are not in a thing wholeheartedly, you may as well just get out of it. If you haven't sacrificed everything for a cause, right? If you haven't sacrificed everything for a cause, you sacrificed nothing. Some people don't even pay their federal leadership dues. Some people make commitments to pay $56 a month. They don't do that. They don't do that. Goeiemôre, Elsabe. They don't do that. You see? Other guys join from the side and they suddenly bless you with something and you can move forward. But the bits and pieces that we get is only to survive. We have to understand this. Yes, we want the nations to join us, Andrew. All right, that's why we have this one particular nation, king. I mentioned it, I think, on Friday. But this one particular nation's king. No, I didn't mention it on Friday. I mentioned it to the board. This gentleman is joining the Peace Commission. And that's a step forward for us in the right direction. You know? So this is where we are. And we're doing all this to be free. We want to be vryburgers, freelanders. Right? And then we are Boere and Afrikaners and Englishmen and etc., etc., etc. And only with God is unity strength. That's the things that we need to understand. That's why in this constitution for the Federal Alliance, we make the statement it's explicitly Christian. That's it. There's no room for other religions in this constitution. Nothing. We're explicitly Christian. Wat is ons party se grondslag? Jo, Elsabe. Jy sal met my video's kyk op YouTube. Dis 'n federale alliansie van verskillende state, 11 state, waarvan die boerstaat een is. Waar ons saamwerk en onderhandel, aanval op een is 'n aanval op almal. En die federale alliansie is die beskermende sambreel, die toesighoudende sambreel. Dis 'n toesighoudende regering, waar elke nasie het hulle eie selfbeskikking. En die federasie hou toesig. Kyk dat alles mooi glad werk en almal mooi saamwerk. Dit is die basics. Maar dit is groter as dit. So, you guys must have a fantastic Monday, right? Have a good Monday. May God bless you. All the best.